What's up, guys? It's a beautiful, beautiful Saturday in Florida, and to take advantage of this beautiful weather, I figured I'd cover a topic that a lot of people ask me about, and that is the setup that I use for my motovlogs. So today what I'm going to do is go over all of the things that I purchased to get the video and the audio that I do while I'm doing these ride videos. This is the same setup I use for my vlogs. This is the same setup I use for my test rides. It is the same setup I use for everything. As you can hear, the audio, it sounds nice and clear. I'm not getting a bunch of feedback from outside of my helmet and everything, which is ideal. You want to be able to hear me, not wind and all that other good stuff. Anyway, we're going to go over everything that I've done to get what you're seeing and hearing right now. And I'm going to put a link in the description below of all of these products as well. So if you're looking for something and you'd like to get your setup on point, kind of like I have, click the links below, order what you need, and rock and roll.
What's up, guys? Today I want to cover something that I get a lot of questions about, and so I'm just going to break it all down. That way you know exactly what to purchase if you want to get into motovlogging. As you see, this is the setup that I use. If you ride with me, you've probably seen me riding around with this GoPro on here. I'm going to show you how I set it up to ensure the best quality for both video and for audio. And of course, I'm going to put links in the description for all of these products. That way there's no guessing game. You just click on the link, you buy what you need, and then you're ready to rock and roll. Obviously, this is kind of a given, but if you want to do some video while you're riding, you want to do some moto vlogging, you're going to need a camera. And the camera that I use the most is my GoPro Hero 8. This is the black edition. And the reason I went with this camera over the GoPro Hero 9 is because there isn't a big difference between the two, and the GoPro Hero 8 is a lot more reasonably priced. It still has the great quality. It still has the great image stabilization. That way your video doesn't look all shaky and stuff. In fact, check out my vlog videos and you'll see just how smooth this camera is. It does a great job during the day, does a pretty good job during the night. It's just an overall great camera. The next thing you're gonna need is a memory card, obviously, to store all the files that you're recording with your GoPro. And this is just a little tiny SanDisk. This is an Extreme Pro, 64 megabytes, plenty of storage power with this thing. I shoot everything in 2.7K, which takes up quite a bit of data, and I've never ran out of memory card space on this card. Now, it's important that you go with the Extreme Pro, and there's a couple other little things that they make it kind of confusing, but I'm going to put a link below for this. This particular card is going to be able to write and read extremely fast. That way you're not getting glitchy footage throughout your video. And it's going to be able to support your 2.7K or your 4K footage. The next thing that I purchased for the GoPro to kind of complete this whole setup right here is the battery door. And the reason why I replaced this battery door is because if you look at the stock, or I guess the factory door that comes with it, it's a solid piece, and you're gonna need access to that to plug in your microphone. So I purchased this. It's a Ulanzi G87 battery door, which actually has a little opening in it that's gonna allow you to plug your microphone into it. And we're gonna get to this in a second. The next thing that we gotta add to our list as far as this, now that we've got some video, we've got a memory card that we can write on, we need audio. I know a lot of people are trying to go with like the media mod. Honestly, for me, for this application, for motovlogging, that did not work for me. In fact, I bought one, it didn't work. Again, I spent money I didn't need to, and I ended up going with this adapter. This is a GoPro adapter of sorts. It goes from the USB-C to your microphone jack, and this is exactly what you need right here. Just this, small. I'm gonna show you how I attach that and set it up in the helmet after I get done with this list of items that you're gonna need. This is another thing that I bought a million of. I have so many different microphones that I just can't use, and the quality was terrible, but I had to do a lot of trial and error to make sure that I had the best quality possible when riding a motorcycle. So the last thing that I tried, and the thing that works the best, is what they call the purple panda. It's a purple panda. Here's the box. I'm not gonna show you the actual microphone. I'll put a picture up here or something of it, because I've got the microphone kind of wrapped up into the helmet, so I'm not gonna undo everything, but this is what it is. Purple panda, again, link below. And this thing, it's an omnidirectional microphone. It comes with different adapters and stuff. That way, if you wanted to use this microphone for something else aside from just the GoPro, you could. So if you're using like a DSLR or something like that, you could still use this as a microphone for it. All right, and bonus tip as far as things that you might want to purchase if you plan on doing some motovlogging. And that's only because a GoPro battery doesn't necessarily last that long. But that's okay, because for just a little bit of change, you can actually get something like this. I know a lot of people will buy just GoPro brand batteries, but in my opinion, you don't really need to do that. In fact, I've tried a lot of aftermarket batteries, and these are the best ones that I found. It's called Artman or something like that. Artman. This comes with a charger. It's a nice little charging box. It'll charge 3 batteries. It comes with 3 batteries, and these batteries last just as long as the factory GoPro batteries do, which isn't that long, but it kind of is. But if you're gonna be out motovlogging, you're gonna be cruising around the city, you're gonna wanna have extra batteries with you at all time. So if you buy the GoPro, that comes with the battery. Then you buy this pack right here, you've got 3 extra batteries, and you're gonna be able to basically vlog all day. All right, let's get into how I actually set my helmet up with the items that I just showed you. Oh yes, and one final thing that you need to purchase if you wanna get, at least if you wanna get the angle that I get, and it's gonna kinda go along with this setup, is the chin mount for the helmet. I prefer this location for the camera mount. It's easy to access with my hand, it's out of the way, it's on my chin, which gives me a very centered point of view, at least for the viewer. It gives it a nice point of view. Every helmet has a little bit of a different shape on the front of it. So what they do is they make these custom mounts that'll fit basically every helmet. So you go onto their website and you put in your helmet, and it's gonna tell you exactly what mount you need to get. It's like 20 bucks, so it's pretty reasonable, and they last forever. I've had a couple of these for different helmets, and I've never had one break or anything. So we were talking about the microphone, and the way that I route this whole thing through the helmet, it's actually, I'm not gonna pull it out because it's kind of a pain to get in and out if you wanted to keep doing that. But basically what I do is I've got the microphone outlet, or I guess the plug, which hangs out over here next to my Scala Rider, which is just my Bluetooth system. And I keep it over there because it allows me to kind of tuck it in place when I'm not using it, and then I can pull it out when I want to plug in the GoPro. And then from there, because it's such a long cable that they give you with this thing, what I do is I wrap it all the way around the back of the helmet over to the other side. And then for the microphone itself, I actually put on it's called a dead cat, which is basically like this, it's fur basically, that you put over the microphone. It kind of kills down some of the noise and whatnot, and that's just gonna make the audio a lot clearer when you're riding, especially at speed, so you don't get a bunch of that wind noise and everything. And once I got that, I actually put the microphone inside my cheek pad. So, and I put it on a higher part so it's not actually hitting my cheek, but what it does is it, again, helps block some of that wind noise and just keeps that audio super crisp. Next thing I do is we want to attach the GoPro to the helmet. This little mounting piece that I was talking about, GoPro just slides in here. Now there's different ways that you can actually mount this. I prefer to do underslung, which means that the GoPro itself is actually upside down. And with the GoPro Hero 8, I think that the 7 and the 9 do the exact same thing, but the GoPro recognizes which direction you are in and it'll automatically flip. That way it's technically recording right side up, no matter which angle you have it at. And the reason why I prefer this particular style is because on a sport bike, our heads are tilted down a little bit like this, or if you're tucked, and this allows you to easily adjust it so then you're not just looking at your tank, you're getting a view of what's in front of you for your viewers. Whereas if you were to do it right side up, it's pointing down because it's hitting the front of the helmet. You don't have any room to go back. So if you're tucked, now you're looking at your lap, and nobody wants to look at your lap. At least not on here. Right, so that's how I've got that set up right there. Now with the microphone, this is where that battery door comes into play. Remember, we changed out that battery door to this aftermarket one, whatever the brand was, Ulanzi. And the reason for that is because it allows, there's a hole now where we can plug in our adapter that we were talking about. So that is a USB-C that plugs directly into the GoPro. And with this battery door, it still protects your battery, keeps the battery in there. And now with this, we can plug it in. Now on this side of the helmet, I've got some Velcro, which is going to hold this in place. And again, I haven't had any issues with this coming off at speed or in the heat of Florida. So what I do is I just stick that to the side right there. So it is stuck to the side of my helmet right there. And we take our USB-C and you can easily plug it in to your helmet. We can see how we've got that right there. Just a nice, it's not a bunch of extra wires and stuff. It's very, very simple, very sleek, looks good. And then from there, I've got this little adapter. This actually came with the Purple Panda microphone. Just a little extension that's going to allow me to plug my microphone, the Purple Panda, into the GoPro adapter. And the way that I do that is I tuck this. First I plug this thing into the adapter, put it under this little safety strap, plug it in, make sure it's plugged in all the way, because at first you'll think that you have it plugged in all the way, but then you don't. And then when you come back to your computer, you can be like, where the hell is all my audio? Well, you didn't plug it in all the way. So just make sure that there's a nice snap. You will hear it, you will feel it, and you will get used to it. Make sure that that's snapped in all the way. Now that we've got all that set up, we've got the GoPro there, we've got the adapter right there, and then underneath we have the cable that it runs all the way through the helmet to this side where the microphone is. And from there, you are ready to start GoProing. You're ready to motovlog. Anyway, I hope that this has been useful to you. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. I try to respond to everybody, so please, if you have any questions, let me know. Check all this stuff out and get out there and motovlog. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I will see you later.